Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Jay, here with yet another review. We talked about 2 days ago. I wasn't able to do it yesterday, but 2 days ago we talked about Home Alone Part One. Now we're getting into the second movie in our Christmas extravaganza, Home Alone Two. Now this one is basically the same premise, basically the same director, Chris Columbus, the same producer, John Hughes. John Hughes had signed a multi picture deal at this point with 20th Century Fox, which um, it agreed to produce the second Home Alone film, but this time with a very different premise. This time, a the New York City serves as a character in the film because here's what happens. This was released in 1992, right? In November 20th of 1992. So 2 years after the original, and in the timeline, it's 2 years as well. You know, the family left Kevin McAllister home, and he had the encounter with the wet bandits. So now they're going to Miami this time, and they're determined not to do it again. But Kevin had a Christmas pageant. This time, Christmas once again playing a role in the beginning, and Buzz, his brother, shoves him and embarrasses Kevin. So, uh, so he goes to tell his parents. Buzz says he's lying, and once again he gets into a spat with his parents. But his father sets the alarm clock wrong, so they all get up late and they're in the airport, and Kevin takes his dad's bag, but by mistake, he, he gets on the wrong flight. So they're headed to Florida, and he's headed to New York. And when he gets there, he has his dad's credit card, and the credit card plays a role because he gets to stay at the most expensive hotels, the the um the Plaza Hotel, the Trump Plaza, where he meets and has a cameo with the future president of the United States, telling him where to go. An interaction with Tim Curry as the concierge in the hotel, but Marv and Harry, played by Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci once again, are out of jail and they're looking for revenge on Kevin. And they just so happen to be in the New York City area as well. And of course, that's when the hijinks ensue because now Kevin he stays at his uncle's one of his uncle's dilapidated part apartments, and here's where he sets the booby traps for the web bandits. But along the way, he encounters Mr. Duncan, the toy store owner, and he pledges. He and Mr. Duncan donate a substantial amount of money to the children's hospital, and Mr. Duncan gives him two turtle doves, and he says, "Give this to a close friend." So just like in the first movie, he encounters a stranger, this time a homeless woman. And eventually Kevin befriends the homeless woman and gives her one of the turtle doves. We see a lot of the same themes. We see the fake gangster movie, Angels with Dirty Faces, returning once again. This time, Kevin is in the shower and he has the talk boy with him, right? And he records the voice of the gangster to scare the initial burglars away. Eventually, his mom comes looking for him in New York City, and eventually he is reunited once again. But the backdrop of it, they have the tree at Rockefeller Center. It's really cool having a New York scenery in there. The film grossed. The budget was 28 million. It far exceeded that budget with 359 million dollars, making it the third highest ranking movie of 1992, behind only Aladdin and the Bodyguard. So only Aladdin and the Bodyguard, Aladdin, of course, a Disney movie, and the Bodyguard, starring Whitney Houston, were one of the biggest hits of 1992. Um, Top that. And according to Macaulay Culkin, this was his favorite Home Alone, better than the first one, because he received 5% of the gross um, uh, on it. So, and 5% of the net profit from the Talk Boy, which I had. I went to see this in theaters. The first one I didn't go to see in theaters, but this one I did. And boy, I loved it. It was a tremendous movie. Everything's pretty much the same. As far as the music goes, John Williams returns with the score. And once again, Kevin learns the lesson of appreciating your family. Now, Chris Columbus would would return to the New York setting in 2005's Rent, where he would do a a movie adaptation of the successful Broadway musical, probably the most successful Broadway musical of the 1990s, which also takes place around Christmas. But that would not be as financially successful. It was starring Rosario Dawson, Idina Menzel, and Taye Diggs. Um, Everybody loved Rent because of the Jonathan Larson story. Rent, of course, is a play about gentrification in the Reagan era, and the battle between artists. You have uh, Mark Cohen, who's an aspiring film director. You have an aspiring musician, right? You have Maureen, played by Idina Menzel, and an aspiring uh, on-stage performer. But I found these two films very interesting, how they intersected with one another, just because of the fact that they were both directed by Chris Columbus and both happen to have a Christmas setting with a New York background, exploring the gritty subculture that is New York City. So that's pretty much it for Home Alone 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. Peace.